Have you ever helped someone elevate, get noticed, promote themselves, meet influential people, feel good about themselves, level up even, only to find that they turn their backs on you once they become successful or they reach whatever goal they were trying to reach? Well, this session is for you. Amina here with a sit session. Now, if you're not familiar with what a sit session is, it is STEAM intuitive therapy. And what that means is that today, what I have to offer is really not just intuitive guidance, but also some life experience-based wisdom. So let's get started. They used you and your amazing energy to elevate and then kicked you to the curb. Many of us have this same story. Many light workers, So, I sat down, I channeled stuff. I even had to go back to some of my personal experiences so that I could bring you guys some real serious wisdom and assistance when it comes to dealing with this, I don't want to call it a weight, but it can be a heaviness that sits in your vibration because you constantly feel like you give and you don't get back. So I know a lot of times you might find yourself wondering, why does this keep happening to me? Is it something I'm doing wrong? Is it something about myself that I need to change or something? Maybe I'm naive, maybe I'm vulnerable, maybe I'm too nice, and rather than really looking and thinking, well, maybe there was something else. So I'm going to give y'all my 5 reasons why I feel that this happens to us. And some of these reasons are channeled and some of them are based off of my personal experiences. And please, I apologize for the mop on my head today. But I just said, get it out my face. I didn't care how it looked. Number 1, it's not you. It's not you, it's them. And I know people hate to hear that. It's not you, it's me, or it's not you, it's them. But it's true. It's not you, it's them. And you want to know what the problem is? They're being ego dominated. There's no balance. It's all ego. So they're focused on whatever it is they want, that they know they can get through you. And there's no thoughts about how it will affect you or anyone else in the long run, whatever they do to get what they want, as long as they get it. Number 2, you are light, pure, and kind. Oftentimes, light energy, if not always, attracts dark. It's our counterpart. So you're going to often find you're attracting in dark people with dark energy. Now, it might not be apparent right off jump, and sometimes it is. But a lot of times light workers feel like our light can bring someone out of the dark. And sometimes it works. But when you help somebody by giving them your light, and it's not reciprocated, then there's no balance, there's no give and take. And what happens is once they feel light and bright, you're drained. And you don't realize now you're starting to get a little dimmed and dark. And they go on their merry way because you ain't got nothing else to give them. Nothing else to offer. Number 3. Some people see compassion as a weakness in others. Some people don't see compassion as this holy quality. You know, a lot of people see people who are compassionate, who are loving, who are giving as soft, weak, naive, easy to manipulate. And so we are often the targets because we're compassionate, we're heart-filled people, heart-filled with joy people, heart-filled with light. And I don't want to say joy because we're not always in a state of constant joy either. Just because you're a light worker, if anything, we struggle to stay in that energy because we're often faced with the dark and trying to pull people out of the dark. And in doing that, you intermingle with dark energy a lot. So it takes a lot for a light worker to stay light and bright. However, don't ever let anybody make you feel like that aspect of yourself is a weakness. It is not. In fact, it's a strength. It takes a lot of strength to offer compassion to people who don't deserve it. To somebody who is not reciprocating the same positive energy. To still feel compassion for them, that takes strength. Number 4, and this is one that, you can't really help, but karmic debts. Maybe you owe them. Maybe in another lifetime, they helped you get far, or they elevated you, or they did something to help you. And now in this lifetime, you're meant to return the favor, to give back, to do the same for them. So, granted, the end game, can't say. Maybe at the end of them helping you, you gave them your ass to kiss, and now you're getting it in this lifetime. Unless you get a past lifetime reading based on your relationship with this person, you'll never really know. But, for whatever reason, it could be that you owe them something in this lifetime. I'm just telling you what it is. Number 5. This happens also so that you can finally know how amazing you are. Now, I know it sounds like a shitty way for you to know, but it's for you to realize that you can change lives, that you have a dynamic energy about yourself that can uplift people and inspire, in spite of whether or not you get the gratitude from them for it. It just may be meant for you to see just how powerful you are. So, I want to share some aspects of my personal experiences with this feeling, because I've often gone through the feeling of feeling used. First in relationships. I remember my first, that's the person that was my first experience intimately and sexually. I would try so hard to elevate this young man emotionally because he was manic depression. He suffered from manic depression. Only to have him, once he was feeling good and doing well in school, to go off to college and get someone else pregnant. Then when he came back, he had to work. Guess who watched the baby so he could work? I'm so ashamed whenever I have to tell this story. But yeah, I would watch the baby he had on me so that he could go work. And I found myself really having to check myself after a while, like, you're doing a little bit too much and you're not getting it reciprocated back. Until I finally took myself out that situation, but I never really faced it or understood it until, boom, years later, I end up in a twin flame relationship. A faulty, evil, not good twin flame relationship that went south, went left. I don't even want to go into that in this specific reading or session, I'm sorry. But this guy, I would help get out there as an artist. If he was unable to make it to teach, I would cover his class without being asked and without being paid. When his car broke down, I remember I paid for the brakes. I remember they needed a tire on the van. I paid for that as well. I was always giving. And I can't tell you one thing he ever gave me except food. Went out to eat every now and then. But anything from the heart, giving, no, I haven't experienced that. But as soon as he felt good about himself, as soon as he felt confident and started to attract the attention of other women, I was kicked to the curb. No thank you for all you've done for me. Bye. Now, 100 years later, here you come again, trying to get my energy. Beware of that as well. When you pull your energy back because they shitted on it, they miss it, and they want to come back into it. You gotta have some very strong boundaries set up when you release people who sat in your energy, soaking it up for a long time, because they know how to get back in it very easy. In fact, some of them never fully pull themselves out of it. I've had experiences in the African dance and drum community, which I'm a part of, kind of. I like to say I'm more in the healing arts community now, because that community is just so cutthroat. I'm telling you, from someone who has been in it since I was a teenager and has been a dancer since I was 3. Okay? And I can say I've had 2 experiences that really scarred me, where I felt like I helped people and they just used the shit out of me. I would like to say I'm pretty well known in the African dance and drum community. And a lot of people would see that and befriend me so that they could become friends with the people I was friends with. And once they were in that door and felt they didn't need me no more, bye Amina. Now, I had this happen to me twice, well, more than twice, but the 2 significant times I can tell you about, and maybe some of you can relate, is I had one young woman come into my dance company. Now, let me tell you, when she joined, I was warned. There were musicians in my group who already knew her, and they were telling me, don't do it. This girl sleeps around, she's this, she's that, and if you deal with her, we're not going to work with you no more. I kid you not. But me being a dominant, like Aries mindset, Empress energy, Emperor energy, I ain't gonna let nobody tell me who I could have in my group and who not to trust and stuff. I told them I'm gonna find out for myself. And they left me. Oh, my drummers left. And I literally had to rebuild and get new drummers. And I took this girl everywhere I went. If I went to a conference, I went with her. Classes, we would go drink. I shared intimate personal stories with her about my ex and things that no one else knows, photos that no one has ever seen. And one day we were at a conference, and around this time, I guess she felt like she was in the in crowd and didn't really need me anymore. And we get up to a conference, and I remember telling her, there are people here who I've worked with who had already done that to me, used me to get to where they wanted to get to, and then act like they didn't know me no more. So I told her I'm cool as long as, we're not going to be interacting with those people. Long story short, when we are headed back home from the conference, she has one of the people in the car we came in. And I remember saying to her, like, well, what's going on? Why is this person in the car? And I told you they don't really like me. They don't deal with me. They used me and they went on their merry way, and I let them go. And now I'm supposed to ride for 10 to 17 hours in a car with this person. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Then she let me know They was ready to go now. And I had to be ready to go at that moment. Mind you, I had paid for several classes in the conference that had not happened yet. So I told her, wait for me to take these classes and then I will go. She didn't want to wait, ended up abandoning me, left me in Boston, which I'm not from Boston, Massachusetts. I was from New York. Left me in Boston, took this other person, two other people, but one of them that didn't like me, took them back to New York, and I was left stranded. I had to talk to a few of my friends there to get a place to sleep and for them to pay for me to get on the bus to get back the next day. Never forgot that. And I still have to see this person every now and then as they think they run the conferences here, and their ego has skyrocketed through the roof like if you only knew. They went from humble beginnings to thinking their shit don't stink. And I have to just sit back and accept this. I listen to people talk crap about her and I'm just like, maybe that was my karmic debt. And that's how I just took that. Maybe I owed her something. She got it. Bye. And then there was another one who had been dancing for years. She'd been dancing as long as I had, but she had stopped. She had started having kids. She gained a whole lot of weight. So I knew her from our childhood dance school. I let her in my group. Through my company, she got back in shape. She was performing more frequently, started going back to class. And we had a concert where everybody was donating, putting stuff in. She donated waters for the concert to be sold. And she made us all, I'm not going to say what she made because then people who know her may know who I'm talking about because she is popular for this. But she made something, an accessory for our dance costumes. At the end of the concert, I hear from a drummer that she's going around telling people that I don't do good business. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? So when I speak to her about it, because I ain't somebody that's going to, if I consider you family, if I call you my sister or my brother and someone's like, they're talking about you, oh no, I'm going to check that. So I was like, I'm hearing you going around saying I do bad business. What are you talking about? Oh, well, I gave waters and I did this and I did that and I didn't make anything from that concert and that's not good business and I want my belts. Ooh. I guess I said what she made. I'm sorry. The spirit said, oh, well. I'm not editing that out. So anyway, she wanted her shit back. And I felt hurt like, but damn. I've been training you and getting you back into shape and getting you gigs and wanting nothing in return. And the moment you felt like you wanted something from me and didn't get it, I was a horrible person. Now, mind you, this was probably my first time really doing a conference, my own conference event. So I lost a lot of money. Half my teachers told me I didn't have to pay them. But this person who I had been working with for free for a very long time and knew since we were kids, decided that since I couldn't give them something for things they gave for free, saying they were giving it out the kindness of their heart initially, decided that I did bad business. And so I said, well, you know what? We gave them back her stuff and sent her on her way. She didn't support any of my classes after that. She did not support anything I did. She only spoke to me if she felt like she had to. And now she acts like she don't even see me. So block is what happened to her. But now she's like a star. You come to class, everybody knows her. Nobody knew her before. So it just makes me, sometimes look and go, okay, so, she needed that. And she needed that ego boost. Maybe she needed something from me. And I was there to supply it. And when the time was finished and our journey together was done, that was just it. And sometimes that's what you have to really tell yourself so that you don't end up feeling like, damn, am I stupid? Didn't this person say they were doing this for me for free? And now they're like, I didn't give them? Like, what? Where'd they do that at? Oh, but they do that when they're in their ego. They do that when they feel like they got what they needed, what they wanted, and now they're good. That's where they do that at. And then my last two. And I'm only sharing these experiences because I want you all to know that if you've gone through anything similar, it was not you. It wasn't you. It was them. I had two people that I've helped. One confided in me that she was going through a time of domestic violence. And when I say I felt so much for this person, only to find that when they were elevated out of that situation, that energy, and saw me in the flesh, acted like we wasn't cool like that. It was very strange, but it was an event for dancers where I guess I was getting a little bit too much attention for her liking, and so therefore she wasn't giving me any of her attention. And to me, that's not my fault. It's not my fault. But yeah, I remember at this event talking to her, trying to introduce her to my sister even, and her acting like she didn't hear me. And she's so busy cheering on some friend of hers that was dancing. So that was another moment for me to say, wow, I was compassionate for this person. And now that they feel better, we're not cool like that. Same thing happened to me with a family member. Sat through all of my free workshops. I encouraged them. I even supported them when they became an entrepreneur, buying over hundreds of products that I'm not even going to say what it is, but I did not need them. And only to show my support. And after this person felt like they got what they needed from me, they let me know in my inbox that they didn't feel like anyone was going to sign up for my workshop because it was too long and nobody was going to spend that much time focusing their energy on whatever I was offering for healing or pay that amount of money. I was very discouraged for a minute because, when you get shut down by a family member, it's a little bit more intense than someone you don't know. And I had to really go within to forgive. And that brings me to how you can begin to heal. Because it is painful. It is a scar, that is left behind when you feel used and tossed to the curb. You start to feel abandoned, rejected, not good enough, low value. You start to think you're not really worth much, or or that you're very naive. And then you put your boundaries up so high that even light can't get in. So how you can begin to heal. One, guided visualization to reclaim your power. And I have a video on my channel. It's called Secrets, How to Hack Life Using STEAM. Watch that. There's a visualization, a guided visualization I do in that video that will really help you ground. But I do plan on possibly doing some guided visualizations. I would have done one now, but I'm really not set up or in the energy to guide a visualization at this time, because that also is a form of channeling for me. That's also me channeling. I don't write out, I don't plan. I have no clue what my visualizations are going to be except what the focus will be. But that's a good way for you to call your power back in, or listen to visualizations, guided meditations that encourage you to stand in your power, because that's what you have to do. These people take a bit of your energy whenever you are offering your heart and your love and your compassion. And then when they give you their ass to kiss and they don't reciprocate it, a little bit of you dims each time. And through a guided visualization, you could kind of revive, reboot, and be reborn. Number two, take a break every few days from social media. Social media can be a real energy drainer, and it also can be a consistent reminder of these things because everybody's on there. So maybe you forgot about this person and then they pop up in your news feed. and maybe they're doing great and you're in a bad place at the moment. You don't need to be seeing that, because that takes you into a spiral, because now you're resenting them, you're jealous, you're angry at yourself even. That brings me to number 4. Affirm and feel yourself cutting the cord and forgiving. You really have to affirm, I release you from any responsibility I might have been holding you to for how I feel. I'm taking back my power. You can't control how I feel, not by your little actions. All your actions do is show me and teach me and open my eyes and enlighten me. But control me? No. You affirm, today I reclaim my power. I call my power back into me. Forgive yourself. Number 4. That's another doozy. Forgiving others, people say, is difficult, but forgiving yourself is probably harder than that, because you blame yourself for letting yourself go through the experience, or for being so, I was so dumb, I was so naive. How could I let this person, do this and get away with this, and I didn't see that they were like this, so I didn't see the red flags. Forgive yourself. Lesson learned. And that's how you have to look at it. Lesson learned. Move on. And keep your heart open, because when you are used and tossed to the side, it's very easy to shut your heart down and say, that's it. Nobody else. I ain't letting nobody else in now. You don't want to be that way, because like I said, you build up a boundary so high that even light and love can't get in. And you don't want that light worker, because then you don't become a light worker. You start to become somebody going through a dark night of the soul, probably for your 50th time. And lastly, number 5, and of course, this is the STEAM way. Dance, move. Dance, move. Right. Dance, move, right. This will shift your vibration. Doing those things, or one of those things, will shift your vibe. If you write it out, it helps you to release the stuff that sits here in your mental. And if you dance it out, it helps you release the stuff that brought you pain here. It shifts your focus to focusing on the music or the movement rather than the situations and experiences. And it actually can shift those experiences into out of being something you saw as a negative into being something that was actually a great learning experience that actually leveled you up. And on that note, I'm going to go to the intuitive guidance therapy session. Oh, before I even go to that, talking about writing, check out at Laynight, LAYYKNIGHT, should be down here somewhere. And she has a great platform on YouTube. You might have seen it on Facebook too if you're there, called Write It Out, where you get to write out, even in rap, poetry, story, whatever, song, whatever the topic is of the week, you write around that topic, but it gives you a wonderful release, a way to let some things out that you've been thinking or feeling. Okay? Check it out. I'm on the platform every damn week. And also, she's STEAM certified. Hashtag STEAM certified. If you want to be STEAM certified too, join my 7-day free event, and I will be talking about how you can become STEAM certified and start actually intuitively guiding, intuitively moving and teaching people through movement, or even incorporating your intuitive guidance through writing. I'll see y'all in the reading. All right, and we're back. Hello. All right, so this is what we got here. 4 piles for you to choose from. And you're going to get a little advice, a little uplifting information, some things to, just let you know that you're fully supported on the other side. and above. And, just some things you need to know. I asked about 4 questions, and so each of the groups of cards answers those questions. This top card is how you will choose your pal. So I wanted you all to see it live. I was going to use a crystal and an object, but for some reason, Spirit is like, keep it simple. So that's what we're going to do. So pal number 1, you're represented by the card that says well-being. So if this card resonates or you're drawn to it, then that's where your message is. Pile number 2, your card says Light Seeker. So if you feel drawn to this card, then that is where your reading is. Pile 3, your card says Tibetan Fire Serpent. Tibetan Fire Serpent. So if you are drawn to this card, then your message is in pile 3. And last but not least, pile number 4. Well, we'll take it since that flipped up. Magical Alchemy. And this is your card. So if you feel drawn to this card, then your message is in pile number 4. Now, of course, I know sometimes you guys are like, I feel drawn to more than one pile. Please let Spirit guide you. I always say choose a pile that you feel definitely has your reading in it. And then if there's another one that you're kind of drawn to, listen to that one as like a backup or as added guidance. Okay? And I'll be back with pile number 1. Hey, pal 1. This is your reading. So you were drawn to well-being. This is a beautiful card. It says self-preservation, service to spirit, youthful experience. This being your top card, it's usually the card I use to give you advice, your final words of advice. So for that reason, I'm going to put it over here with my crystals and my books. Now, these cards I use today are meant to give you a very, serious reading. This isn't one of my ancestor fun reads. So I chose cards that are very, serious. And not like cards could be serious, but anyway. So I do have the books over here just in case I feel like I need to go check in the book just to see if there's any added information that you guys need, because this session is more meant to be therapeutic than it is to like just give you some confirmation. This is really supposed to assist you with your healing process. So let's get started. Why are you often used and tossed away? And what can you change? What needs to change, actually, to prevent that? So, you are not alone. So what I'm getting that this is what you need to change. You need to realize you are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness. However, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. So my dear, you have to change the idea of loneliness, that when you are used, that you are alone when these people go about their business. You have to know that you are guided at all times, that you do have others around you who do care deeply for you. And because what I feel from my pal ones is that you're often the types that take back in those that wounded you, or forgive very easily those that wounded you without any apology, without them reconciling in any way. And they want you to know you don't have to do that because you have a support team. Now, why are you often used? These are the Akashic records, like Akashic Tarot. So I like to take a look at past lifetime energy as well as, what you need to know about that in the now. And this says intricacies and industry, the Seven of Scrolls. For this deck, I will probably go to the book a lot because it's a very interesting deck and I love to see what is written for the cards. But the first energy I got was something about work and working very hard. Whatever industry you're in, you work very hard in it. And I think that's noticed. And a lot of times people latch on to you for a leg up. And maybe you don't realize it because you're such a kind person that these people are only around you to be a part of whatever project you're doing, so that they could say they were there and reap the benefits. But really, if you look, you doing all the work. Ain't nobody else there. So maybe you are often used in this lifetime to do work that others don't want to do. And then they show up when it looks completed, or it looks like you've done it, or they ride off your coattails. But I'm also going to give you the second a second meaning from the book. Okay. So it does have to do with building a home or business, okay? But it requires attending to. It requires diligence and paying close attention to detail, okay? So yeah, it just really, they want you to know that when you feel like you are in something alone, you tend to let in people who are not worthy of your energy. And that's something that you have to stop doing. You have to start to realize that you're not alone, that you do have family and friends and guides who walk with you, whether you can see them or not. You have to open your heart to them. All right, so what in your past lifetime could be the cause of this as well? Responding and not reacting. I'm sorry, I said as well, but this is another past lifetime thing. I was saying like it's a whole different question. The only control we have is in how we respond to the hand we are dealt. And this is something that you need to take note of, that maybe in past lifetimes, not only were you someone who did a lot of the work, did a lot of spiritual work on top of that, where I guess you didn't really get the credit for it. I feel like you often did work you don't get credit for, is what I'm hearing. And then when you didn't, the way you reacted to it was not healthy. And so in this lifetime, you may be experiencing these disappointments now so that you can find a better way to respond without reacting, being angry, maybe destroying what you created because now nobody will enjoy it since nobody appreciated my work and things like that. Or going into a depression, feeling alone, feeling like you'll never get the work done because nobody's really there that's going to help you. Everybody's just there to enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right. So what karmic blessing is coming in due to your good heartedness? Because you've been very good to people who didn't deserve it. So let's see what is coming in for you. What blessings? Recognition and reward. Now look, isn't that what you felt like you have not been getting? Well, it's coming in. If it hasn't already, you're going to be recognized and maybe even given maybe a lump sum of money, some kind of a promotion, a collaboration that's going to take you up a notch, but you're going to be recognized for what you do. And fulfillment of wishes. You got the wish fulfillment card. So you felt like you was alone? Your people been watching you, and they've been helping you along the way, and you have grown and you have made changes, is what I'm hearing. And because of that, you're going to get the recognition, the rewards, and everything you've been wishing for, everything that's been in your heart that emotionally you've been really, 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 really praying for. The treasure box is coming in. Wow. So where could you focus your energy in order to change or really like move this, get this vibration going so that this can come in? Explore your creative side, Power Ones. Visualize, paint, record. That also coming in writing. But yes, focus your energy on your creativity, and this will help to shift your energy and shift your situation and change your situation quicker. You also have advice from an Ask an Angel card, and it says ask for help, guardian angels. So they're literally really screaming at you that you're not alone. You need assistance, call out to them, ask them for help, call on your angels. And your first card, well-being, self-preservation, service to spirit, youthful experience. You are a light worker. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't even be here, but you are a true light worker in a sense of you are so heartfelt and compassionate and open and connected to divine energy that works through you. It just feels like through your service to spirit, you yourself is being protected and shielded and covered and preserved. You might find that you look very youthful, my Power Ones. Maybe people think you're younger than you are, way younger than you are. But your well-being has to be your primary focus, and that is the focus of your guides at this time, is that you take care of yourself and you focus your energy on your creativity, because that is one way that you serve spirit in this lifetime. But your wishes are coming in. Your wishes are coming in. I don't even know what else to tell you. This power was pretty much letting you know you've done the work and blessings are coming. You want to know when, want to get an idea? I could say either for some of you in the next 3 days or between the 3rd of August and September, I'm hearing. Next 3 days, 3rd of August, September, somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm getting 9 strong. So I feel like by September, your wishes will be fulfilled. Things, you'll be recognized for something that is going to fulfill your wishes. Mark my words. And that's what I got for you guys. This is where I end your reading. If this resonated, give me a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe to the tribe if you're new here, and click that bell so you can be notified whenever I am uploading or going live. Join my free 7-day event that I have coming up, and maybe think about traveling on my retreat to Guinea, West Africa in 2024. All of the information about how to work further with me is in the description. And on that note, I want to send y'all so much energy towards peace in your life, blessings coming in, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I'll be back with pile number 2 later. Hey, pile 2. You were drawn to Light Seeker. And your card says Light Quest, Visionary, Mental Strength, Resilience. This is a part of your final cards of advice, so it will wait over here, and let's get into it. Why are you often used and tossed away? And what needs to change? Self-sabotage. So this is something that you really can't blame people for, and you probably beat yourself up about it, is what I'm hearing. That perhaps you have moments of naivety. where you are vulnerable to someone who is not reciprocating the same vulnerability or transparency. And well, it says, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's that inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. Self-sabotage. So why are you often used and tossed away, and what needs to change? Well, you're often used and tossed away because maybe people see that you're in your own way. Maybe they see that if you got out of your own way, there would be no stopping you. And so they figure, let me use what I can and get away. But while this person is still in their own way, I feel like you're someone who talks negatively to yourself or about yourself or to yourself sometimes. Not saying all the time, and maybe that's not for all of you, but you know if that's you, if you're often telling yourself, I'm doing too much, I can't do this. Why am I even thinking that I'm good enough for that? And I know why this person don't want to fuck with me because I'm like this or like that. And a lot of that is you. You're putting that energy out there. You have this mindset, and then you blame other people. Oh, I wasn't able to do that because this person's probably over here talking about me, or this person don't like me, or this. And it's really all in your head. It's a lot of it is you, my pal twos, and we hate to hear that, but it's the truth. So maybe there's some past lifetime stuff that could be affecting you as well. Let's see what that is. You have Uriel and the Sphinx. Very interesting. And sharing. There is giving in receiving and receiving in giving. I feel like in past lifetimes, you have been someone who gave a lot, who shared a lot of yourself. However, or the other way around, or you received a lot from people. Whatever the case may be, in this lifetime, you are now, I feel like, having to repay debts. And if you gave a lot in another lifetime, and maybe it was reciprocated then. In this lifetime, you're meant to give and do for others and not look for or expect a return. So let me look at Uriel and the Sphinx for you in the book. Okay. This card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life. The digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you have begun already, and you've made considerable inroads. So you are being told that there's some things you have to chip away at. There's some beliefs you have that you have to let go of. And one of them, I feel, is that when you give, you must get back. And you have to start to learn that sometimes if you're doing for people, if you're giving, it has to come from your heart. It has to come from a place that means you wanted to share. You cannot expect to get back because that is a form of self-sabotage if you're constantly sharing and giving and then disappointed when it's not reciprocated. You have to make sure that you change things that you believe. Maybe sometimes you think you're not worthy to receive. So these are things you have to shift in your mindset that stem from past lifetimes. So let's see what blessings are coming in because of your good-heartedness, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't of light nature. You have fertility. And you have spiritual strength. Wow. Okay. So you're being blessed with some creative energy coming in. The ability to give birth to some new energy is what I'm feeling here. This is like Empress energy to me. And it really feels like you are being blessed with some new energy coming in that will help you to bring new ideas to fruition. Things that ideas you have. Just feels like things are growing. Your heart is open. It just feels like you're getting an all-around healing and movement into an Empress-like energy that will give you a creative boost, but also a boost of fertility in all areas of your life where things will just feel like they're growing. And with spiritual strength, this is like Hierophant energy. So you're getting some real spiritual guidance at this time. What I'm feeling is that you might find yourself guided towards people, because this makes me feel like a Buddhist or a mentor here, but you may be guided towards people who are going to help you to spiritually upgrade and level up so that you can be spiritually stronger and flip your energy and your mindset, and also assist you with digging yourself out of any old beliefs and experiences that might have you feeling like kind of smothered or heavy. All right. So where can you focus your energy to change this vibration, to get these blessings flowing in quicker? Whole self health, natural therapies, balance, and Ayurveda. Now, this leads me back to like a guide. It seems like you focusing on your physical health at this time will be very helpful for changing your vibration. So maybe changing your diet, getting a holistic health coach or healer to work with, and just balancing what you eat and your lifestyle, so that you will feel happier and more ready to bring new ideas and things into the world, and also able to share from a place that's not expecting a return, and also have people give to you, share with you, is what I'm also seeing. And some advice from your angels. Staircase of light. Wow. It seems like you need to focus your energy on your spiritual growth at this time. You're ascending with spiritual strength, and then the Archangel Uriel coming through again. We have Uriel and Uriel. I didn't even realize that till just now. But with that Archangel coming through again, it just makes me feel like, let me see if I can find this card. Just really makes me feel like you are getting some Archangel assistance in elevating yourself, ascending, rising above things that once made you feel restricted and held down. Okay. Yeah. To elevate your vibration, open to your spiritual gifts, connect with the higher realms, and infuse your life with love. I invite you to imagine a staircase of light appearing before you. Breathe and focus within as you imagine ascending the staircase of light. So it's all about elevating your frequency. Focus on your spiritual growth at this time. That's the answer for you, my pal twos. That will assist you with shifting the energy or vibration of self-sabotage. You are a light seeker. Light quest, visionary, mental strength, and resilience. You are like a light worker in training. You know you're a light worker. So you're seeking the light, you're seeking the answers, you're seeking your truth. And as you do this, you're being supported at this time. So focus on your spiritual journey, your light quest. Stay strong, get out of your head, and stay resilient. And that's what I have for you, my pal twos. I hope that this resonated with you in some way and helped you today If so, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Click the bell so you can be notified whenever I upload. Please leave a comment. I answer all of them. And check out the description for ways that we could further vibe, such as my free 7-day workshop coming up and my retreat to Guinea in January 2024. On that note, I'd like to bid you peaceful energy and abundance of blessings and infinite good things that come from being a part of my tribe. I'll be back with Pal 3. Later. Hey, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to Tibetan Fire Serpent. And it says, seeking a higher truth, discernment, a better path, authority. Very good. And this will be a part of your advice at the end of the reading. So let's see, why are you often used and tossed away? What needs to change? Be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. So why are you often used and tossed away? My Pal 3s, you often look for outside validation for your greatness. You have to know that you are amazing, that you are great. You have to acknowledge the achievements that you made. You need to be proud of all you've done, because people are able to use you and toss you to the side, because where you find pride is in the fact that people want to even use you. And that's not a good thing. You have to celebrate you. You've achieved so much. Your accomplishments are not just in how you've helped others, level up off your energy. Your accomplishments are things that helped you become who you are. Celebrate that. All right, is there anything in your past lifetime that could be the cause? And how can you heal this? You have the Queen of Forces. Wow, what a powerful card. Okay, put that there. And you have radical self-acceptance. Be proud of yourself. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. So stop, even in your past lifetime. Maybe your ancestors were often people who looked for public recognition or acknowledgement of their greatness. And now it is meant for you to realize you are great and powerful without anyone else making that valid for you. And let me look at the Queen of Forces for you very quickly. Just really feels like you are able to shift energy. You're a very powerful entity, and you are not like you don't stand in your power. Or maybe at one time when you stood in it, you were not well received. Wait a minute, how did this? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong thing. I'm looking at scrolls and I should be looking at forces. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, Queen of Forces. This card can represent a person in your life coming into a phase of great power, but it could also be you. And an ability to sustain this power with wonderful results. There's a gift of grace and serene understanding when this card is here, upright. It also brings new roles and opportunities, careers in many of the sciences, global communications, nature, and energy may now be available to you as well. Could also mark a new business, a creative project, or a new lover. But what I'm getting, well, there go all my books going to the ground. Hold on. Now, I'm not really sure what that meant. Why did all my books fall? And y'all know that I take everything into consideration when I'm doing readings. But It just feels like you are more powerful than you know. And you're looking for other people to tell you that. And it's almost like, Dorothy, you've had the power all along. And you've always looked for outside validation. And now it does feel like at some point it started to shift in a past lifetime where someone or an ancestor or you finally stood in their power, but maybe it wasn't well received. And because it wasn't well received, you didn't accept it. Radical self-acceptance. You need to overnight realize like this how great you are, because you are very powerful. I mean, look at your card here. This card here has so much energy in it. Oh my God, my power threes. Okay, so what blessings are coming in because you've been so kind and good to everyone else and seeking some kind of validation or love and not getting it. Intuition. High Priestess energy coming through. So you guys in this pile are very intuitive. I felt that energy here with the Queen of Forces. And now to get intuition. You guys are very intuitive and your intuition is getting a boost. So what you feel in your gut, listen to it. You also have universe. Wow. So you're getting a whole new beginning. The universe has your back. The universe knows that you've gone through times of feeling not good enough or not accepted and or used and not good enough to stay with. I feel like this pal has had a lot of issues with love relationships that left them feeling used and tossed aside. You are going to get a boost in your intuition to the point where you know they are going to guide you. And it feels eternal with this Egyptian Ankh. So if you are maybe connected to Egypt in a past lifetime or in some way, this pal. But yeah, you're getting a boost and the universe is going to be guiding you into a new beginning. The number 2 may be very important for you as well, because I see 2, 2, and 2, and 11. So you have the ability to manifest. And you're getting a boost in your manifestation abilities. You're getting a lifetime upgrade when it comes to being able to see things that are locked behind the door that some people may not know, but you internally can feel and you know what is on the other side of that door. You're getting a whole new beginning. Great blessing. So let's see, where can you focus your energy to shift into this vibration quicker? If you haven't already, well, shoot, have courage. Strength, fearlessness, warrior. You want to shift into the energy to receive this blessing as it's coming in, then be brave enough to be you, to stand in your light of who you truly are. And that takes courage sometimes, especially when you are very intuitive and you are very powerful. A lot of times you're looking for people to go, okay, you are powerful and I accept you for that. And a lot of times when you are gifted and powerful, people go running the other way. They're afraid of it. You have to have courage and stand in that energy fearlessly. Okay? And you're also being told by the angels to release fear. Are y'all kidding me? Pile 3, so synchronized. Release fear and embrace love. So whatever has you afraid, maybe people constantly not validating that your accomplishments were great and giving you a reason to be proud. I feel like this pal has accomplished so many amazing things, probably before there was social media where you could brag about it online like everybody can now. And because you never got that acknowledgement, maybe you are afraid, now, like when you do step out into your light, people will not acknowledge you or not accept you or see like where you coming from. No. You know what you've done. You know where you come from. You know what you're capable of. Embrace love and only share if it's coming from a loving place, and let go of fear because your intuition's guiding you, so you have no reason to fear, my pal 3s. You have Tibetan fire serpent coming through, seeking higher truth, a truth that is higher than one you receive from physical people, but from spirit. using discernment and a better path and authority. That's all about finding a better way forward and you being an authority in your life. You have the energy of fire here and a volcano. So I just really feel like you are burning away anything. And with these lightning means quickly. So you are radically changing and shifting your energy. You're already working on this. I feel like this pal here, you've already been doing the work. And it just feels like you've been really stepping into your authority and taking back your power. This is your life. And you don't need anyone else to tell you you are worthy or you have value or you're great. You're on a different path now, a better one. One where you are fearless. You have like a fiery energy. Maybe you are connected to either a zodiac sign that's fire sign or a deity that may represent lightning or fire or volcano. Whatever the case may be, these energies rock with you. Strong, tap into them. Let go of fear. You're powerful. Be proud. You're amazing, pal 3. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so that you're always notified when I upload. Leave a comment. I answer all of them. I love vibing with you. When you leave a comment, it actually helps me to connect to you more. So when I do these readings, it may feel a lot more personalized because now I'm connected to your vibration. So leave a comment, check the description for ways that we could vibe further, like joining my free 7-day event I have coming up soon and going on my retreat to Guinea, West Africa in 2024. And on that note, guys, I want to say peace to you on your journey. Many blessings on your radical self-acceptance. And may you have all the good stuff that the universe supplies to those who are part of my tribe. And I'll be back with Pal 4 later. Hey, Pal 4. So if you were drawn to, well, you were, obviously you're here, to magical alchemy, your card says innovation. Let me make sure. Sorry, need my light. Innovation, ingenuity. Okay. So your card says innovation, ingenuity, curiosity, ahead of your time. Wow. So this is a part of your final advice. I'm going to put that to the side here and read that last in conjunction with your other cards. Let's first see why you are often used and tossed away and what needs to change. Trust. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So I just got 2 messages for you guys. On one end, I'm hearing maybe you trust too much in people. And then on some ends, I'm hearing you have to trust that maybe some of these things happened to you because there were other opportunities you were meant to get out of them that you got out of them. So on one end, they want you to trust that there was a plan with any of the things and situations you went through where you felt used, because there was something that made you more stronger, more powerful, and also more connected to source. And then also just maybe being a little too trusting in people and not really trusting in that inner compass. So what needs to change? Listening to your intuition, really trusting that you're being guided, that you're being shown a clear direction and going that way. And that really feels like there's nothing else to say about that. You really need to trust in your intuition and the guidance from above. Because when you don't trust and you trust somebody else, you trust someone else other than what you're feeling within, well, that's when you end up in a situation where you're used and tossed to the side. And then you're sitting there going, well, damn, I knew I felt like I shouldn't have, or I shouldn't have did that, or I did this, and by then it's too late. So let's see if there's something in your past lifetime that could be causing it and how it could heal. You have the divine physician. You're a healer. You've been a healer many lifetimes. This is Christ energy. And so it's very hard for you to walk away. This made me a little emotional because I was drawn to this pile and pile number 1. But you feel called to heal people because you've always done it. You've always done it. And in this lifetime, it's hard for you to understand that not everybody is worthy of your energy and not everybody is really seeking your healing. Sometimes they're seeking to take your energy, and that's it. Lantern. Consciousness is light. Wow. I have never gotten this card. This card is freaking intense. I'm going to actually go to the book before I even try to channel. And it's a 444, which is a master manifesting number. Yeah, let's look up Lantern, because wow is all I can say for that artwork on top of that. Consciousness is light. It looks like that light bubble is coming out of the head of the person. All right. So, the crone. This is the crone. And this is the final card in this deck. So it's like the completion of a cycle. The crone has completed the circle of phases and perspectives pertaining to feminine consciousness. Maiden, mother, guardian, and crone. The lanterns hanging from the featured crone's wrist. Oh, I didn't realize they're hanging from her wrist. Okay. Illuminate her world with the clarity of having integrated her spirit self with herself. She has successfully released all of the illusory filters that had created limiting effects on her mind and fed the unhelpful aspects of the ego. The white light of love that the crone is can now reach all that is within her periphery. Without judgment or expectation, she is now capable of objectively observing all with compassionate consideration and calm composure. So I do feel like this was something you learned in your past lifetime. You learned in your past lifetime that a lot of your experiences, you were meant to learn something. And you need to remind yourself now that when things happen for you, what are you being invited to learn by this experience or going in this direction or this obstacle that you have to get around? Because each one that you currently perceive as negative is a presently unlit lantern and therefore opportunity to see clear. So it really does feel like, at one point you really did not, was not conscious of your light. You just gave and gave wherever. And then eventually you realized that that was not the way, that you have to use discernment and that you have to trust the Most High and realize that not everybody is worthy of your energy. Wow. So what blessings are coming in because of your good-heartedness? Whoa. Okay. Third eye chakra. So your third eye is getting a major boost. I mean, the last pile got intuition, but to get a third eye chakra boost just means that eye is going to be, that chakra is going to be open. I feel like for most of you, it already is. Maybe you're not tapping into it fully. Wear some indigo if you feel like you need to enhance that ability to trust in that third eye, but that's where you're getting a blessing. That third eye chakra is really going to be activated. So really listen. If somebody don't feel right, they're not right. Trust that you're being guided. And you have victory and success. This card is like the Six of Wands in the traditional tarot. So you're getting blessed with some kind of victory. Some kind of success is coming in, and you're being reminded to just trust. Maybe there's something that you've been hoping for, wishing for, wanting to make happen. Maybe you have a healing job you do. Maybe you want to go overseas, but it feels like you can't. This ocean looks very tumultuous. And maybe there's things in the way. Whatever the case may be, you're about to be successful and victorious at something that is going to require your intuition, your third eye chakra. Because look, it's the same color. So there's something about your intuition that's going to lead you to success. So pay attention to it, okay? All right, so where else can you focus your energy in order to change your vibe, to get into this vibe? Enjoy new beginnings, celebrate, socialize, change. Well, there you have it. Ain't much else you got to do. And look, it's the same indigo coming through, but a little bit of aqua blue there gives me throat chakra energy. Maybe you speak. With socializing here, there is going to be something to celebrate. I feel like a new beginning, a change that's going to come in because of networking or speaking or talking to other people. And I do see moving. So if you want to move, I do see that coming in, and a new community that feels very united, I'm hearing. Something's coming in very quick. A new beginning is coming in very quickly for you. And that's where you need to focus your energy on new things, new beginnings, new opportunities coming in. And your angel advice, Archangel Zachiel, is coming through to say forgiveness. And I feel like my powerful is you need to forgive not just yourself, but others. I do feel this power really, really has been hurt by a lot of people. That kind of has messed with your trust. I think a lot of times when you felt like you gave your energy to people and then they left you high and dry, you were angry at the creator, the ancestors. I almost feel like your forgiveness needs to be to the spirit realm, to realize that it wasn't nothing meant to hurt you. Everything was meant for your elevation and for you to be where you are, who you are now. That's what's in the middle of you getting your victory and success. And everybody's going to know it when you're going to be like a star. You see this horn, this trumpet, it's like on the cliff. It makes me think of when the Lion King was born and like they went out on the edge of the cliff to show the entire world or the community. That's what I feel is coming in for you. There's something about you, my powerfuls. All right, magical alchemy. Innovation, ingenuity. Why do I keep saying that word like that? Ingenuity, curiosity ahead of your time. So yeah, you might feel often like you can't trust people. You might feel often like a lot of what you do, what you want to do, what you're about, the things you believe, that people don't get it, people don't get you. Yeah, you are ahead of your time, but you're right on time because you're needed now. What you bring is needed now. And it almost gives me the energy of like you hear young and then you hear more wise, realizing now that you can conserve your energy. You don't have to give it to everybody. You know how to innovate and work with different energies and people. You know when to give, you know when to pull back. I do feel you have a deep connection to the planets. So pay attention to the planetary activity, because I see here Jupiter, which is lucky, Mercury, which is communication, and right over your head looks like Venus, which is love. Yeah, Mercury. And I also see elements and stuff, silver, copper. You know how to bring a whole bunch of things together in order to heal, I'm hearing as well. Focus on that. And all of those things I mentioned last will be what helps you shift your energy into one where that third eye is wide open and your victory and success is coming in. You have a lot of angel assistance. 666. Sheesh. I've not seen that in a long time. That means the angels have your back. This feels like something that can manifest for you either August 6th, you're going to start to see a lot of success coming in. Like I see a shift on the 5th, a transition happening. It does feel like you've already started this motion. This movement has already begun for you, but I really feel a lot of luck coming in for you in the next probably 6 days tops to August 6th. Maybe in the longest amount of time, the next 6 weeks. But there's some kind of success coming in that's going to bring you a new beginning. Mark my words. And when it does, come back here and comment what happened, okay? Anyway, comment anyway, because this is the end of your reading, and I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and leaving comments and clicking that bell to be notified when I upload also helps this channel a hell of a lot. I do all of this for free because spirit moves me, and if I could get monetized, that would be amazing. So please share the video so that more and more people can join this channel. Talk to people about this community here of light workers. It's a safe space. You can share without worrying about, any BS. And check out the description to see other ways we could vibe, like joining my 7-day free workshop or journeying with me and meeting me personally on a retreat to Guinea, West Africa. And on that note, my lovely light workers, I send you peace, peaceful energy. Keep doing your work. Keep doing your work. It's needed at this time so much. I'll send you so many blessings that every opportunity that comes into you from here on forward will be one that furthers you on your journey, on your light quest, on your vision quest, wherever you're on. I hope you get all that good stuff that comes from you.
You live in the spirit, there's no need